All right, guys, we have baby Superdwarf retics right here. Now, this is a really cool line because we're able to actually trace down all the way from the import to the F1s to the F2s that we bred right here. Check it out. So right here, we just had a whole bunch of Superdwarf babies hatch out right here. Now this comes from an F1 Kalatoa reticulated python, and this is from Joe Superdwarf's, and then he got these with Daniel Solis from Dan Malari. I forgot to say your last name. I'm sorry, Dan. DM Exotics, as most of you guys know him. And then my girl Princess, which is a really small golden child tiger purple albino. So all of these are 100% het purple, and then we have tigers in here, we have golden childs, and I'm really crossing my fingers for a golden child tiger right here because that will be my holdback if it's female. But let's get right into it, guys. Check these beautiful babies out. Look at that. These guys are all out of their eggs, it looks like. It looks like so many in here. There's only 10 eggs. Guys, we only got like 10 eggs in here, guys, and I don't know why there's so many. Maybe we got twins in here. Who knows? We're about to find out. Don't mind me sniffling, guys. I'm having the worst allergies in the world. In California, we have like palm trees that like have all this pollen and stuff, and oh, I'm dying, guys. But check it out, guys. We're gonna check this out. Look at how tiny these things are. If you guys remember when I used to breed mainlands, these guys would come out massive. I'm not even exaggerating. These things would come out huge. And this right here is freaking tiny. Let me actually do this for reference real quick. Look how insanely tiny these guys are. This is freaking awesome. This is what you call a really good line of Kalatoa. And before we jump into showing all these babies, I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you guys the dad. Big shout out to Joe Superdwarf because he did let us buy his holdback right here. So TL Constrictors and myself were at a show. It was our first time really doing a show with Joe. He was at our booth. He had this guy up for sale and he was like, if no one buys him today, that's it. This is my holdback. And then at one point, he was like, you know what? I can't sell this guy. And at the end of the show, I remember Trent, TL Constrictors again, Trent was like, dude, if you don't buy him, I'm buying him. We need that snake. We're getting him. We're leaving with him, whether you buy him or I buy him. And you know what? Trent made me pull the trigger on this, and I'm glad he did because check this out, guys. Almost 4 years old, and this guy's no more than, and I'm exaggerating, about 5 feet long. And guys, he's probably around 4 feet, to be honest. But this right here, it's not too good of an example because he is in shed. As you guys can see, he has those really cloudy eyes right now. But this guy, when he fires up, he is insanely silver, guys. Just a ridiculously silver Superdwarf right here. So this guy is a gorgeous thing. This is the dad right here. Again, F1 Kalatoa right here from Joe Superdwarf, guys. And we got the bloodline. I said this on my Instagram post. Don't mess with the colubrity, guys. Localities and genetics because we do it best. Back to the babies right here. We have our tub. This is going to be from our V35 tubs where we keep all the babies, whether it's boas, whether it's Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, Woma pythons, any of the larger clutches that we have, we put them all together until they start shedding. Now, with the recent boas you guys saw, I put them in 2 tubs, and that's because she had a ridiculous amount of babies. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, go back and check that video out because Trent and I hit the freaking odds with some beautiful anery, leopard, motleys, and then we even just had someone comment, and now I have to double check with some of our boa buddies if these guys are possibly Arabesque in there because someone has some Arabesque that look just like these, and this female was not labeled as Arabesque, and the male is for sure not Arabesque, so now we got to check even more. But go back and check that video out because there's some freaking amazing boas. It was just the last video we posted, but check these out, guys. Right here, we have these gorgeous babies. Oh, this one hasn't come out the egg yet. Okay, cool. So we get to show you guys that. We're going to go ahead and do this right here. We're going to just put water inside of this tub, and we want to keep them nice and wet, guys. This is going to help them shed and have their first really nice shed. It's going to get all of that ectoplasm. No, I'm joking. It's going to get all that amniotic fluid off of them. You see that shine that they have on them? That's the dried up amniotic fluid that they have on them, and you want to get that off so that they can have a really clean first shed. That's super important. So let's start taking these beautiful, beautiful babies out. I'm going to move this light just a real quick bit so then we can check these guys really nicely in my hand. All right, so first one is first right here. We have a beautiful golden child right there, and this one has no tiger in it, so that's okay with me though. And look at that, we have another beautiful golden child. we have a tiger, and I know some people are thinking, is that a tiger platinum? No, this is not a platinum. So this is a really heavy influence. What I'm assuming is a really heavy influence from the Kalatoa being a silver line, that it's really, really bright. I'm thinking it played a huge influence and made these guys really lighten up their colors, which I'm really happy to see. Another gorgeous tiger, and you guys can see that beautiful influence of Superdwarf right there on the pattern, especially on the neck right there, that really, really beautiful neck. Look at that. That dorsal pattern is just amazing. I'm really, really happy we did this breeding. Oh, did we hit it? I think we just got our first golden child tiger right here, and this is what I wanted. And why I'm saying that is I can see a little bit thicker of a line right here. You know what? I think this is it, guys. Look at that really thick line going down the middle. I think we hit our golden child tiger. Let's hope that's a female, and we'll end up keeping that one, to be honest with you. And then look at this. Look at that, just gorgeous, gorgeous. And the head stamps are a really important part when looking at these babies, guys. If you guys notice, look at the head stamp on this one. You can see almost a cross on it. You guys see that? You see this? There's a cross kind of on this one as well, right? And then some of these don't have the cross at all. They just have a single line going down the top. So those head stamps or head patterns will actually tell you a lot about the genetics. And look at this. This one's barely about to come out the egg. Let's see if it's ready to come out, or are we leaving this one in the incubator? Come on, baby. You still connected to... Nope, it's not connected to anything. We are good to go. And we have this last one right here, guys. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous tiger. These guys... Oh, man, I'm excited about this clutch. I have to give these a count because it looks like I have more than 10 already just in here. And there we go, fresh out the egg. Nothing in it. You guys can see inside the eggs, just like that. There's basically nothing inside. And look, here's one that it didn't soak up everything. You guys see that sac right there? That sac is some of the nutrients that they would usually absorb. Okay, let's see if this beautiful golden child is ready to come out. Hey, buddy, you good to come out? Let's see. No, you don't want to come out or what? Look at all your brothers and sisters are out. Let's get you out, bud. Come on. Let's see. You ready to come out? You have anything connected to you? Nope, you have nothing connected to you. What are you doing hiding from us, huh? Look at that. Wow. So we might hit another GC tiger with this one, guys. I don't know. Again, we're going to have to let these shed out and let their pattern pop a little bit more for us to make any official claims. But this one does have some insanely beautiful rosettes. Look at the rosettes all over this. And for those of you who don't know what rosettes are, they're those little dots right there on the laterals of the pattern right there, guys. That is just gorgeous. I'm really happy with this clutch. Let's go ahead and count these out if we can, right? Let's see. We're going to move them to this side. We have 1. We have 2, 8, we have 9, and we have 10. So there's only 10 in there, yeah, so that's pretty good. We did have about 4 eggs go bad. That's more than fine. I'm not going to be too picky about this. I am going to drop more water on these guys, and I might even have to go get a little bit more water so we can really wash these guys off and get all the amniotic fluid off of them right now. Got another little jug of water right here. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. And they're not staying in here, okay, guys? Don't worry. We would definitely not keep these in here. But what I'm doing right now is basically getting a little bit of water on these guys and then trying to take off all that amniotic fluid as much as possible, at least. Get them inside of this dry paper towel for just a second before I soak it again. I'm not going to soak it heavy. What I'm going to do is be spraying these guys quite a bit, okay? So until the time that they shed and during the time that they're all together inside of this V35, all I'm going to be doing is really making sure that they can shed properly. So once they shed, then we offer them a meal. Well, then we separate them into their individual containers, and these guys will go into, I believe they're V15s. It's a Vision as well. And then we will have these guys all hopefully taking their first meal fairly quickly. And for those of you who don't know, the Superdwarfs that we have here, Snows, really high percentage Snows with the Eric Lee line stuff, just took their first meals, guys. So those guys are on their way to being healthy, well-established animals that will end up on Morph Market. And for those of you wondering, where can I find some of these animals available that we breed here? Just go on the Morph Market. The link will be down below in the description, and you guys will see the link that says Morph Market. Click on that and it'll take you to all the animal sales on there. We're definitely trying to push for a lot more people to realize what Morph Market is. It's a way safer route of purchasing your animals. Everyone has to actually upload their ID so that they have identification. Makes it really safe for the purchaser. That way no one can really rip you off whatsoever. And it can always be traced back to who sold it to you or what happened, you know, and hopefully we hope that, you know, people have good ethics and morals and don't sell anything bad on there. However, people will be people, so at least you can trace it back on Morph Market. And no, I'm not sponsored by Morph Market, guys. but they are an awesome, amazing app to use, especially for breeders, and I think they're even more amazing app to use for buyers. Pretty much washed up for the most part. Well, you see that? You see that slime right there? That's that amniotic fluid that gets real stuck to them, and we don't want that stuck on them. And there we go. We have all these gorgeous babies, all washed up just like that. Now take a look at those beautiful, beautiful babies. Now all we're gonna do is actually just spray these guys. Oh, we got little flies that can smell that. Look at that. So all we're gonna do is spray these guys, make sure that the paper towel is well misted. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's angry. Why are you so angry, buddy? Look at that. Open mouth and all. Come on, you gotta be like the rest of your brothers and sisters. Everyone else is chill, bud. Chillax. For the most part, that is really it. Some beautiful, beautiful babies. We're gonna have these inside of the vision rack. They're gonna be sitting at a 90-degree hot spot, which means we should have 90 degrees. We should have about 87, 86 degrees, and it should cool down all the way to 80 degrees so that they can get all the way from their hot spot, which they will bunch up in, to be honest, and all be in one little section until they shed. And again, we're gonna do this daily, spraying them. You're gonna have to check for this paper towel and make sure that it doesn't get moldy or it doesn't get any urates on it or anything, and really change it, because again, they're babies. Where that umbilical cord was that's connected to those nutrients inside the egg, that's basically an open wound. So you don't want that to get infected at any point. You know, you got to treat these like babies, guys. And a really cool thing I'm actually noticing on this little retic right here is an egg tooth that I would love to show you guys. I think it would be really cool to actually bring up this beautiful tiger right here. And look on its head right there. I don't know if we can see it. If not, I'll zoom in for you guys. You guys see that tiny little egg tooth right there? Yeah, guys. Well, I'll try to get a good picture for you guys. Beautiful little egg tooth, and they use that for cutting open the eggs. That's how they're able to get out. But again, we cut the eggs just a few days, sometimes in this case about 6 days before they're out ready to hatch. And that way they have a good escape route and they don't get stuck in the eggs and drown, and we have a better successful rate of hatching, guys. But that is it. I wanted to make this short update video so you guys can see exactly what we're working with. This is, again, the rest of the pythons that are hatching so far in the incubator. We might have a few more clutches we throw in the incubator for a late season. We'll see what happens, but we'll keep you guys updated here for sure. And besides that, guys, we're going to make a second video right now. I know everyone's been asking me for shipping, and I will make a shipping video for you guys, and you guys can watch that on the next slide. Don't forget, guys, if you guys are new to shipping reptiles, or you guys just want to try out a different service, try Ship Your Reptiles, guys. We do have their description in the link down below. We have our first-time members, our first-time users, a coupon for you guys, and my coupon code is right there at the beginning of the intro of this video or in the description. You guys can find it either way. And for any of your rodent needs, go to Cold Blooded Cafe, and we have a discount code as well in our description down below. And then for any of these beautiful PVC cages like Boba, my Anaconda's PVC enclosure right here, make sure to hit up Tamara Designs, some of the best PVC enclosures in the world. Hands down, I stand by his side all the way. And then, of course, I'm not sponsored, but Sim Containers, guys, the best way, the only way to hatch out your eggs. If you guys aren't using a Sim Container, you're not breeding correctly, okay? No, I'm joking, but it is a super good way. That's all we use here is Sim Containers, guys. Other than that, hope to see you guys on the next one, and peace out.